Hey, we're back and we're here to practice more order of operations. Order of operations is such an essential part of algebra. It's really a tool that's going to help you be successful in any of the problems that you try to do. So it's something that you really need to keep in mind as we move forward in the course. So I've got 3 examples for us here, and we're going to work through each of them so you can see how I think about it and how I use order of operations. And then you should be good to go moving forward with your own coursework. So let's start with this first one up top here. We've got 4 plus 3 squared plus 5. Okay. Now, if you remember, from the last video, our order of operations is PEMDAS. So parentheses first, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. So first we have to do what's inside of our parentheses. We've got 4 plus 3, that's 7. Okay, and that was our parentheses part. We added our 4 plus 3. Next up, we've got exponents. That's what the E stands for. And our exponent here is 7 squared. 7 squared is 49. And now we're just down to adding and subtracting. And 49 plus 5, that's 54. Awesome. Let's try another one. Next up, we've got 2 different parentheses. So what we're going to do is we're going to do each parentheses separately, but we're still doing them both first. So we've got 4 times 2, that's 8. It's a funky looking 8. And then 2 times 2, that's 4. Okay. Next, we've got exponents, and we have 2 of those as well. So we've got 8 squared, which is 64. And we have 4 squared, which is 16. And now we're down to just subtracting. So 64 minus 16 is 48. And we got that one done real quick. Let's do one more. And then we can call it a day with practicing these. So here we go. First things first, remember, is parentheses. So we're not going to worry about our exponent over here. We're going to leave it the way it is. And we're going to move on to the parentheses. We've got 5 plus 1, which is 6, plus 3, which is 9. All right, that's not so bad. Now we've got exponents. That's this over here. So we've got 6 squared is 36 minus 2 times 9. Now we multiply. We don't subtract first. We have to multiply. 2 times 9 is 18. And 36 minus 18 is 18. Now let me show you what would happen if we had subtracted first. Okay? If we had subtracted first, we would have gotten 34 times 9. That's not even close to 18. I'm not even going to try to multiply 34 times 9, right? So if you try to subtract or add before you do your multiplying, you're going to get a very different answer, right? That's way larger or smaller or whatever, okay? So you got to make sure that you're multiplying first and then adding and subtracting, because otherwise you're going to get way off, all right? You're not going to understand why you're so far off from what you're supposed to get, okay? So remember, one more time, I'll write it up here. We've got parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. One more thing I'm going to add in before we go, okay? Oftentimes people remember, oh, parentheses first. But let's say this was a multiplication instead of an addition and subtraction. Well, this is a multiply, but they forget order of operations inside the parentheses. Even though we're doing parentheses first, you still have to follow the rest of the order of operations inside the parentheses. It still applies. So you do need to multiply 5 times 1 before you can add 1 and 3, right? 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. 5 times 4, on the other hand, is 20. That's a very different number. So remember, you got to multiply and divide always before you add and subtract, even inside of parentheses. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you on your algebra journey. Keep going. You can do it.